Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Jason coming at you one more again. Here's my Yokomo YZ-2T stadium truck. Yeah, this is my paint scheme. First off, this body was kind of hard to paint. As you can see, I had some spots right there. It's got some, like that area right here is real hard to mask and paint. But anyway, here we go inside my truck. But here's my paint scheme. Got the Red Bull and Assault RC, Adidas, Fox Racing, Yokomo Oakley. But here we go. First off, yes, I Velcroed. Sorry about that. I Velcro my truck bodies on. I may also use the body pins, but I Velcro the body ons. I've always done that back in the day when I raced back in the 90s. But first off, I mean the build went okay, except when I got to the diffs. I had to do a little sanding on the diff screw. For servo, I'm using a Reedy 1206 for servo. The thing with this build here is a hobby store / used parts from people that I bought from people, you know. Servo was bought from somebody. My speaker control was bought from somebody. Receiver was bought from somebody. Motor, I bought that long time ago. I think it's burnt out though. So this build was hobby store / helping somebody out, you know, or buying off somebody else and just trying this out. Didn't really have a lot of money to spend on all this, like to buy everything new. So I mean, like I said, you know, everything else is secondhand as far as electronics. I bought the kit, as y'all know, from Beach RC. I think I got 37.5 weight up front with, I want to say 30 weight in the back with Kyosho white springs. When I was at Masters of Dirt, I did take this kit out and run it. Motor, like I said, was fried. I had a you say a Hobbywing rep, set my ESC up. Yeah, motor wasn't there, and I put another motor in there, and that motor was burnt out. So like I said, I didn't have enough money to even buy a motor while I was down there. I got kind of gypped out of a hotel room. I didn't get refunded all the money, but anyway, that's making an excuse. But anyway, didn't have funding to buy a motor. But for battery, I am using a Gen Ace. I think it's the 5,000 milliamp battery. I took the labels off and, you know, put Beach RC stickers and support your local hobby store sticker on, and Shell Racing, I put that sticker on there. Kurt Wagner has always been nice to me, and if I email him or whatever, he always returns my email, and he always gives me a setup, whatever setup he's working on that week. He's always been nice to me, so I put his sticker on there. I need to put it on the body somewhere, but yeah, here's the underneath of it. Here I got my chassis protector. Some of y'all need to go watch that video of my chassis protector where I told y'all that you can go get your chassis, where you can go get this Lexan material or whatever you call it, to protect your chassis. But yeah, first off, with the kit set up to me, like I said, I took it out and I ran, I want to say, I don't know, 5 or 6 laps, and the truck was real twitchy. Like the back end didn't have any traction, and the track had grip. The track was grooving up, but I guess the setup that they had was kind of, I don't know, made for carpet. I'm not sure, and I didn't give it time to really set this up. I was at that race at Masters of Dirt. I was running 2-wheel, 4-wheel, and also trying to video and get footage. I didn't give this truck the proper time, and with me, it takes me longer to set one up. I'm not like a pro or anything like that set up. It just takes me a while, but I eventually will get there. But yeah, truck, you know, the build on this truck, everything was quality on this truck. Like I said, I did have a problem with the diff screw. I had to do a little sanding to get the thrust washer down. The thrust washers down, right where the threads meet. You'll see in the video. I got a build video. You'll see here in a few. But yeah, here's my truck. I'm using the Sandwall wireless receiver, as you can see. Hobbywing, love Hobbywing. I swear by the XR10 Pro. Love it. Got the pumpkin color XR10 Pro. This is what somebody had and they were selling, so I bought it from. Yeah, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna turn y'all in the build. Oh, stuff that I kind of wish they would have done is right here where the ball stud mounts to the upper mount there. I wish that was aluminum. Yeah, I wish this was aluminum. They do make aluminum for the DTM. I wish they would have supplied that in the kit. There are some things, and like if you got the T6.1, that would have been aluminum. But the materials on this kit is a step better than, you know, the Associateds, whatever. Just the feel, the fit and finish, you're really paying for the quality of it. I do like their peel system, or not peel system, their mounting system here for on the arm. That was really cool. Got up front here. They offer a spacer here where you could mount the rear shocks on the back, and that's probably what eventually I would do for Masters. Or I mean, not for Masters, but just clay tracks or outdoor tracks, is mount shocks on the back instead of the front, the rear shock, I mean, instead of the front. But as I said, I didn't have enough time on the kit. Another thing is Max pointed this out to me. I had the wrong servo horn on. You want the servo horn to where the ball stud is pushed over the rack and it's kind of like a straight line. It's kind of a straight line, and I had the servo horn where the ball stud was back a little bit. He brought that to my attention. And also servo spacers, you want to bring your servo up a little forward and close, and yes, it is close to the steering rack in my opinion, but some people are like, maybe it's not that close, but I don't know. I just think it's real close to the rack, but it works. But yeah, I just didn't put a lot of time at the beach, and like I said, my motors, they were blown. I mean, that was an 8.5, and like I said, it didn't even squeeze the throttle and didn't even swell up tires, and I just took it around the track and couldn't hit obstacles. And I put another 6.5 or a 6.5 motor I have in it, and this motor is a motor I ran 2 years ago in my 4-wheel drive, and I didn't know if it was blown or not, and it didn't do any better. So I'm like, and and I was kind of stuck. Like I said, I had a hotel motel nightmare at Beach RC. Not Beach RC, but down at Myrtle Beach. My bad. Down at Myrtle Beach. And like I said, I didn't even get all my money back, and I had to stay at another hotel. So altogether, I ended up spending $370 for a hotel. So for 2 nights, and not to mention Friday night, I slept in the back of the car. No, Thursday night I slept in the back of the car. But anyway, that's another video, another topic. But anyway, this is my Yokomo. Oh, and here's the hubs here. It's got the back mounting spaces. Like I said, these are kit mounting. I haven't, like I said, I hadn't played with it yet. As far as the ball stud, the roll centers, the anti-squat and stuff like that, I haven't played with that yet. I just had so much going on with that race. I was just like, okay, I'm not racing this thing. There's nothing against Yokomo or anybody or anything like that. I didn't have the time. Like I said, it takes me more time to sit down and like figure out what does what and all that. Like, I know what things do, but to sit down and like change it, take a lap, come back, change it, take a lap, down there I didn't have time for it like that. But yeah, all right, feed into the build video. Here we go. All right, let's talk about the build. The build on this kit went smoothly. Would I recommend this kit for like a beginner or something like that? A first time kit? No, I wouldn't recommend this kit as your first build. I don't think I would recommend any of the Japanese kits as your first build. It just takes it takes at least getting your first kit out of the way to know like how different parts go together and how they fit together. The instructions, they got English and Japanese. I just looked at the pictures and tried to figure out which way the part went or how it was going. But like I said, the fit and finish of everything is pretty phenomenal. The way the parts feel is pretty phenomenal. Somebody said, they compare this to like the way the parts fit and finish. They compared it to like how X-ray parts are or how Kyosho part is, and I would have to agree. The parts quality is up there. It went together phenomenal. They give you extra parts, extra ball cups and stuff like that, and extra washers, extra screws. But yeah, like I said, I haven't got this truck dialed in. I haven't drove it enough to get it dialed in, so I can't say, oh man, this truck's awesome driving it. I personally can't say that. But as far as putting together a kit and how everything went, you can't beat this kit. Yeah, you really can't. The way the servo and stuff is mounted is a little different. The way the battery strap is, how it's mounted to a chassis, a little different. I end up adding an extra screw right there where the battery mounts to the chassis braces. Yeah, I'll show you here. If you can see, I ended up adding an extra screw there so the brace ain't so flimsy. But yeah, and what I'll probably end up doing is taking the set screw out over here and just add an extra screw. I even put 2 screws here originally had one set screw here and one set screw there. I just took this set screw out and added an extra screw, and as I stated before, add an extra screw down below on the battery mount. That's just something I did because it seemed like the way it came in a kit, the battery hold down system was a little flimsy. Put a sharp mark on where the body mounts and where the spoiler and stuff is gonna line up. That's just what I recommend. But yeah, the body holes are really faint, so just a little tip. But anyway, go and paint my body. Alright, first steps of this build here. When you put the body brace on the truck, just pay attention to the little tab thing or whatever right there on the body brace. It goes down in that kind of hole right there. The screws, you got 3 on this side, or 3 on this side and 3 on the other side. These 2 screws here come later on, so you get 6 screws, and that's the 3 here and the 3 here. But these 2 here or 3 here will come later on when you're putting this step on. Okay. Also, they do bag contents. You know, bag number 1 contents. Bag number 1 contents. That's how they do, and all these parts are in that bag. When you get to this step here with the steering rack, with me, you know, I put the steering arms just like they got them in the picture here on the instructions. Just put them on the instruction book. And with these here, what I done was I flipped the rack on the side and then put the washers on, and then I'm gonna screw the steering arms on, or the bell cranks on. Alright, moving along. Another thing you want to use the large steering bell cranks, and you can identify them with the 2 dots. Large steering bell cranks on this YZ-2T. Okay, first 2 pages just got done with the front steering rack assembly. Make sure you got the narrow front ball stub mount, and this is the front of it. So make sure you got this side pointing out. But yeah, the brace here snapped down into the chassis brace. Awesome fitment so far. Yeah. Building it like the book says. But yeah, here we go. There's the continent bag. When they say, you know, bag number 2, bag number 1, that's the continent bag stamp right there. So just look for the bag at the beginning of the directions. Alright, here's what I was talking about, the fitment. Look at that piece there. This body piece that holds your body on. No screws. Just fits down in there like that. And then you screw your screws on top of that, but it just fits down in there. Here we go, moving right along. When putting your rear body mounts on, pay attention to how they go onto the tower. They flare out, so just pay attention to that. Moving right along. Once again, if you have a little trouble seeing like how a part fits up, like what helped me was I just put the part like that on the paper, just like how the paper got it or has it, and then that's how I fit the stuff up. Move along. Alright, putting the diff together, pay close attention with this here. The diff gear has two different slots in it, as you can see there. And it has a skinny one, a little notch there where the balls go. Well, that's the top. Okay. And it's wanting the top to be right there on the bearing side. So this is the top. It will go down like that. Wide notch, wider area on up or top. Alright, moving right along. After I got everything greased up, I just poured my diff balls in the container here where the diff grease just came out of. And now I'm going to one by one place the diff balls in the diff. This part right here, I kind of had to sand down just a little bit on the screw here, on the diff screw, to get the washer on. I kind of had to like get the washer on there and then kind of push the washer down. It's a tight fitment, but this is the thrust bearing washer here that goes on the diff screw. It is a tight fitment. Putting it down, mine got stuck right there. Just kind of sanded it down a little bit and then pushed the washer on. But yeah, moving right along. When you're doing this kit here, it has all these little tick marks, whatever. These tick marks match up with a part, so just pay attention to the little tick marks. Fit and finish is awesome so far. When you get to this step right here, just kind of be mindful. There's 1mm and 2mm washers in the bag. The 1mm goes on the spindle, top and bottom, and the 2 will go right there. Well, anyway, just be mindful of the washers. I have to applaud Yokomo on this. The CVAs or CVDs, whatever, came already assembled. The real quality. So far, this kit's been going together a little smooth. You can tell the quality's there, the fit's there. The parts fit tight, so I mean that's good. So you can break it in with some runs and some laps. But yeah. Alright, when putting together your CVA, CVD on the Yokomo YZ-2, make sure the pin is in the hex, and really, take your fingers and really push back on that hex onto the pin, and then screw it down. You kind of feel like a click a little bit, but yeah, just make sure you really push that hex back on. Hey, the cool thing I like about the Yokomo hubs and arms so far is the arms are symmetrical and the hubs look like they're symmetrical. So if I break that ball stud off or the hub breaks, I can just flip this side around and flip the other side and just use the hole. The hubs around, still use the opposite hole and get you going. So I think that's real cool. And like I said, the arms here are symmetrical, so if you break this arm and you buy a pack of arms, you got 2 arms where you can put that arm on this one, and if you break this one, you can put the other arm on this one. It don't matter which arm you break, you still got 2 arms in your package. So like other manufacturers, they have a gold wing, which a right is a right, a left's a left. On the Yokomo truck, it doesn't matter. This left arm, I can flip it over and use it on the right arm. But anyway, really digging it. Really digging it. Alright, moving forward, moving on. Alright, in the build, Yokomo gives you this tool, which is a turnbuckle wrench. And they also give you this here, where you can put your ball cups in this, and either, I guess, put that in a drill, or Like my associated tool here, I can put it in the end like that there, and use it to thread the ball cups on. That is cool. I mean, that's awesome. And there's the ball cups. So here we go. On the shot caps, that is a bleeder screw. I like the quality of that bleeder screw. That's on all the shock bodies. I like the quality. That is a true bleeder screw. With some of the other kits, I had trouble stripping the head out of the other screws, but not this one. These insert system, Yokomo insert system will slide in to the top of the arm, but you line up the lines there. There's the diagram of the rear. But yeah, I'm really digging this insert system. This truck here comes with a 18 tooth pin in in the box. Kind of applaud it. There's my build so far. Gotta put the motor in and everything, but yeah. When cutting the body and the spoiler out, you're gonna need some AceGen scissors and a body reamer. But yeah, it's coming along. Got my motor in, but have to get a sensor wire. But yeah, it's coming along on the wing or the spoiler now. Anyway, guys, thank y'all guys for tuning in to my YZ2 build. Sorry it was a little long or lengthy, but like I said in the beginning, it just takes time. I think this truck, from what I experienced with it on the dirt, they did like a middle setup, but I think it was more kind of geared to maybe a high grip like turf or carpet. But you can set this up to where it will perform on dirt. You know, I know, you know, the drivers down there, Max Fleur and Chad Eubanks, they were pretty dialed. Like they spent, you know, the whole day dialing in this truck, the whole practice day dialing in this truck. So it'll get there. Like I said, I just didn't have enough time myself to spend on it. Like far as setup and practice. Like if I went down and knew that my 2-wheel and 4-wheeler was good and I could put those to the side, yeah, I could have spent time with this. But also at the same time, I know it sounds like a bunch of lame excuses, but also at the same time, I was coming off the couch for 5 months. Like I hadn't raced on a track in 5 months. So, but anyway, Master Dirt was fun. This truck was fun. But like I said, here it is. And I want to thank y'all guys for tuning in. There's the body. Yeah. I did hear that a T6 body, regular T6 body will fit on this here. But yeah, there's my truck. Thank y'all to Beach RC. Shout out to Beach RC, Beach Hobbies. They sent me a truck. They got the truck in, sent it to me right away. You know, I got Fox Racing, Adidas, Red Bull, Assault RC. Yeah. And then, like I said, I'm running Gen Ace batteries. I went with that because I got that battery pack for like 35 or 40 bucks. And it's 5,000 milliamps, so it's powerful enough to power the motor and the big tires of the truck. But anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. And I'll holler at y'all guys later. Comment down below if you got any questions. Yeah, comment down below if you got any questions or anything about the truck. And try to answer them as soon as I can. But I'll talk with y'all guys later.